G'day there Guardians, it's that time again where we check out the 12 tier roles available to us this week from the vendors. As usual, we'll go through each of the vendors seeing what they offer and which items are 12 tier. We're going to start with Tyra Karn here in the Iron Temple, but as usual you will be able to skip to whichever vendor you like. The timestamps will be in the description below just as they are with every other video. Now, let's have a look at what she's got this week. We've got Memory of Tima at a 115 roll. Not terribly great in terms of 12 tier stats, but it's, it's there. Memory of Radagast, we've got a 113, a little bit lower again, and then the Memory of Galleon is the best roll of all three at a 116. We've got two Discipline Strength rolls and an Intellect Strength roll here with the Memory of Radagast. That said, if you don't have any of these three, I would recommend picking them up just so that you've got them for your collection. You can complete the Student of History achievement. If you have them, then you're likely to have a better version of what she's got because she's sold better versions of all three of these in the past. This week, Eris Morn has a perfect roll, Curse of the Hidden, Intellect Strength. It is for the Warlock class. It has upgrade on the pulse rifle or machine gun with Vanguard champion, which increases your Vanguard reputation if you're doing Vanguard activities. I would recommend grabbing this one, especially if you're a collector, as this is the best roll I've ever seen her sell ever in the history of the game. I don't remember her ever selling anything that was a perfect roll. For the Titans this week, Zavala has this Vitruvius mark at a 58 roll, Discipline Strength, has increased upgrade rate for the hand cannons, and has Vanguard reputation or Vanguard champion. At 75 legendary marks for a 58, I wouldn't personally purchase this. This week, Ikora Ray has a chest piece for the Warlocks. It is a 142 roll, down from 147, so 5 stat points off of max. It's pretty good, not great, but pretty good. With Void Armor and Void Burn Defense, which reduces incoming Void Burn or that sort of splash style damage. We've also got hand cannon ammo and sniper rifle ammo, which is handy in that Crucible, and increased intellect and increased discipline, as it is an intellect discipline roll. The Temporis Flow 4. The other thing she has is this Temporis Flow 4 helmet, which is a 108 roll, down from 111. It's 3 stat points short of max. With Innovation, bonus grenade energy on orb pickups. We've got Ashes to Assets, which gives you bonus super energy on grenade kills. Doesn't matter what game mode you're playing. And Second Thoughts gives you super energy from special weapon kills in PvE only, so against minions of the darkness only, and of course it's a Discipline Strength roll. For the Hunters this week, Shaxx has this Cloak of Fast Resolve, which is an Intellect Discipline perfect roll again. It has the Auto Rifle focus, Sniper Rifle focus, and it has Crucible champion, so if you need a cloak, a Crucible cloak for your Hunter, and you're looking for an intellect discipline roll, then I would recommend grabbing this one for yourself. At 75 legendary marks, that's not too bad. For the Warlocks this week, Shaxx has this One Is All Bond. It's a 58 roll, 75 legendary marks. I don't think it's worth it, but it has increased upgrade for scout rifles and for shotguns, and also has Crucible champion, giving you that Crucible reputation boost if you're playing Crucible activities. This week for the Hunters, Dead Orbit is selling these Endling Strides Intellect Strength roll. That's 1 stat point off perfect. It is a 134 roll from a 135, and it has fusion rifle ammo, so you can carry more fusion rifle ammo or machine gun ammo. Solar Double Down gives you an increased agility burst for 5 seconds after you get a solar double kill, and of course Intellect Strength increases there. He also has this ghost down the bottom here, this one, the Diaspora Shell or Diaspora Shell. It has it's a 59 roll on Intellect Strength with Worm Spore Detection or Sensor or Extractor, and Reclamation, which gives you additional glimmer when killing Taken. Handy for those sojourns on the Dreadnought. For the Titans, Zirakalal has a few things this week. He's got these Endling Greaves at a 130 roll, which is 5 points down from max, 135. They are Intellect Strength, as you can see here, with sidearm ammo or rocket launcher ammo and Void double down. Quite handy. If you were looking for some boots and you were a Dead Orbit fan for your Titan, then maybe these would be worth grabbing. They're pretty good roll. The mark here is a 58 at 75 legendary at 75 legendary marks. I would not recommend picking this up. It's an intellect strength roll, but it does fit into that 12 tier category. We've got pulse rifle focus and shotgun focus with Crucible Champion. I think that there are better things that you can spend your marks on for that. For example, this Endling Helm here at a 107 Intellect Discipline roll, down from 111, 4 points away from perfect, with Innovation, which gives you bonus grenade energy when you pick up orbs. Ashes to Assets gives you bonus super energy on grenade kills, doesn't matter whether it's in the Crucible or PvE. Heavy Lifting, however, is heavy weapon kills in PvE only, and it's an Intellect Discipline roll. I would say that's a fairly handy pickup. We've also got this chest piece here, which is, excuse me, a 142 roll down from 147, which has increased scout rifle ammo and sniper rifle ammo. It is an intellect strength roll. We've got solar recovery from that solar splash damage and solar armor if you're running that Sunbreaker class. It's pretty handy stuff there for the Titans from Iraq Jalal this week. And for the Warlocks, Dead Orbit has this chest piece at a 142 roll. It's an intellect strength roll. Endling Robes gives you increased ammo for scout rifles and fusion rifles. Also has Void Recovery, where it boosts your recovery for 5 seconds after taking splash damage from Void. And Void Armor, where you increase your armor if you're running that Void Walker class, subclass. Increase intellect or increase strength, as it's an intellect strength roll. That's a handy buy for your Warlock. This week, Lakshmi 2 over at Future War Cult has nothing for the Hunters, but we've got this Eon Tracer mark for the Titans. It is a perfect roll, intellect strength, and it has, excuse me, pulse rifle focus and sniper rifle focus with Crucible Champion, so it goes one better than the mark that Dead Orbit are selling. If you're a Future War Cult fan, you could pick this up. And we also have this Ghost down here, which is an intellect strength roll. It's a 59 roll on a Ghost for 100 legendary marks. I'd personally steer clear, but hey, up to you. It has Relic Iron Sensor or Extractor and Reclamation. Again, Reclamation generates additional glimmer when killing Taken. This week, Lakshmi 2 over at Future War Cult is selling the Eon Tracer sleeves for the Warlocks at a 96 roll, 3 stat points down from max, with increased melee attack speed on snap discharge there, and momentum transfer gives you gains you bonus melee energy on grenade hits. Also has auto rifle loader and intellect and strength. Like Future War Cult, New Monarchy this week has nothing on offer for the Titans. However, it is the star of the show for me this week because of this perfect roll high command plate for the Titans. The chest piece here has hand cannon ammo and shotgun ammo. I guess that's handy if you like running those things, particularly in Crucible, or if you're in a raid or something like that and you happen to be running something close quarters. It also has arc recovery and arc armor, handy for that striker Titan. It is intellect, discipline, and it's a perfect max stat roll. I would recommend grabbing that, definitely from Executor Hideous over here at New Monarchy if you are a Titan. Now, the other thing he has is a perfect roll, discipline strength Ghost down here, Senator Shell. It is a discipline strength roll. It has helium filament sensor or extractor, helium extractor, and again, reclamation. Reclamation generates additional glimmer when killing Taken, as we have already said, and that is a very handy offering from New Monarchy.
Get started.
And for the Warlocks, New Monarchy has this Discipline Strength Bond at 58 roll. Again, 75 legendary marks. I don't think it's really worth spending that on. With increased upgrade for hand cannons and shotgun, also with Crucible Champion. They have this handy high command hood as well, which is a 107 discipline strength roll. You gain bonus super energy from melee kills on minions of the darkness, which is PvE only, or heavy lifting, same deal, but with heavy weapon kills in PvE. Alternatively, you've also got this better already node, which gives you shield recovery on orb pickup. So as soon as you pick up an orb, if you don't have your super, you'll start regenning your shields immediately. This week for the hunters, the speaker has this Night Stalker cloak, which is an Intellect Strength 58 roll. It has increased focus for the hand cannon, or hand cannon focus, and sidearm focus to increase the upgrade rates on those particular weapon categories, and Vanguard Champion increases your Vanguard reputation gain when doing Vanguard type activities. And for the Warlocks this week, the speaker has the Voidwalker's Bond at a 59 roll, which is pretty handy. It's not perfect. That's 75 legendary marks. I only buy perfect roll class items, but this is not too bad. We've also got the Sunsinger's Bond. Last week was a perfect roll. This week at a 58. So, you know, I picked up last week's one. Intellect Discipline, it's not too bad. Again, hand cannon and Vanguard Champion, and then the Stormcaller's Bond, not really worth looking at a 57. This week for the hunters, Variks has this Devil's Disguise at a 58 roll, Discipline Strength. It's 58, 2 stat points down from perfect. I personally wouldn't spend my Glimmer on this or a Legendary Engram, but you know, if you were so inclined, then perhaps you would. However, if you were looking for this one, this is a 59 roll. The Kel's Cloak is Intellect Strength. It also has upgrade rate for auto rifles and sidearm focus with Vanguard Champion as well. Again, I don't think it's worth spending any money on, but hey, that's up to you whether you'd like to do that or not. For the Titans this week, Variks has this King's Mark and an Intellect Strength roll. It's a 59 roll with increased upgrade for pulse rifles and Vanguard rep. But if you want to spend your Legendary Engram and 5000 Glimmer, I would suggest this Kel's Mark just next to it. It's a perfect roll Intellect Strength roll. It has upgrade for the Scout Rifles and Rocket Launchers, and Vanguard Champion as usual. At a perfect roll, I would recommend buying this Kel's Mark if you're in the market for one. And finally, Variks has a Devil's Bond at a 58. Again, not that great, not worth buying. It is in the 12 tier category. Intellect Strength has upgrade for hand cannons and Vanguard rep. Also has this King's Bond 57, let's skip that. And the Kel's Bond is also a 58 Intellect Strength with hand cannon and Vanguard Champion. None of these are really worth buying. If you want a perfect roll, grab that Kel's Mark for the Titans. Otherwise, not much here from Variks. That's it for this week, folks. If you got something out of this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hope you go and grab that chest piece for the Titans from New Monarchy. Also grab that Warlock Bond from Eris Morn. There are a few other perfect roll things floating around. I'd recommend grabbing those if you can. This is my 12 tier setup for Vault of Glass this week, specifically with my Atheon setup actually. You can catch me on Twitter, on Instagram, and on Twitch, BoylerRoom81, up in the right hand corner there. Thanks for watching, Guardians. I'll see you next time.